We are covering sharps disposal and safety devices, a critical topic for any phlebotomy exam. The exam will test your knowledge of these safety protocols, not just as facts, but in application-based scenarios. A common question format will describe a situation and ask for the most appropriate action. For instance, a question might state that after a draw in a patient's room, the nearest sharps container is in the hallway. The correct action is to immediately activate the needle safety device and carry the entire assembly to that container. An incorrect option and a common exam trap would be to recap the needle or place it on a tray for later disposal. The principle of disposing at the point of use is absolute to prevent needle stick injuries. Another key area tested is the proper maintenance of the sharps container itself. You must know that containers should never be filled beyond the 3/4 full line. An exam question might ask what to do if you find a container filled above this line. The correct response involves stopping its use, locking it, reporting it, and replacing it with an empty one. Trying to force one more needle inside is always the wrong answer and a dangerous practice that increases the risk of injury. The Needlestick Safety and Prevention Act of 2000 is a frequent topic on phlebotomy exams. This act mandates the use of engineered safety devices. You will be expected to know that this legislation is the reason we use needles with features like protective shields, retractable needles, or self-blunting technology. The exam will test your understanding that these are not optional, but are required by federal law to protect healthcare workers from exposure to blood-borne pathogens. A major point of confusion for test takers is the one-handed scoop method for recapping. While this technique exists, it is intended for specific, rare situations and is almost always the incorrect answer on a phlebotomy exam regarding routine venipuncture. The primary rule is to never recap a contaminated needle. Instead, the safety device must be activated immediately after removing the needle from the patient's arm, and the entire assembly must be discarded as a single unit into a sharps container. This single action prevents a significant percentage of disposal-related injuries. To help you remember the correct sequence of actions, use the mnemonic SAD. It stands for Safety, Activate, Discard. Immediately after the needle is withdrawn, think SAD. First, engage the safety device. Second, activate it immediately without any delay or intermediate steps. Third, discard the entire unit into a proper puncture-resistant sharps container. Following the SAD principle will ensure you choose the correct answer on exam questions related to this critical safety procedure. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.